Welcome ESL to race 2 in the late model series. Here we are at Southern National Motorsports Park. As drivers are finishing up the practice session. There you see Trunyan. He's still on pit road. He was last week's winner. He leads in the points. There's Chris Lee. The track temp is 98 degrees, air temp 76 for this practice session. Lola Mack is second in the points. And then it's Chris Andrews in third in the points. It is only one race, so we'll see what these drivers can do. This track is a little under a half mile compared to race 1, which was 3/4 of a mile. The practice session is over. And we are getting set for some qualifying here in race 2. Trunyan comes out of pit road and is getting ready for his warm-up lap. You do get bonus points. For winning the pole, you win 2 points. So if you could win the pole, it's a good start to your race. Right now it's Matt Jones with the fastest lap. Will this time hold? Matt Jones in the 50 here. And it's Odion Muldoon on the pole for DOG. Joe Beatty second. Matt Jones third. James Hogan fourth. Chris Lee fifth. Chris Andrews 6th, David Leather 7th, Eric Belmont 8th, Dougie Zoom 9th, and Ace Howard rounds out your top 10. I'll be back in a minute here for the start of the race. We are back getting ready for race 2. As you can see, the sun has set already. For those that weren't around last week, the practice session is around 1 p.m. Qualifying is around 5 p.m. and race time is around 7:45 p.m. This is all sim time. We're going 125 laps here at Southern National. Who's going to have the long run speed? Some drivers didn't have a great finish last week, so they're trying to redeem themselves. And they don't want to fall too far behind in the points. You don't want to be playing catch up most of the season. We only have 10 races. As the pace car comes off the track, the green flag waves and we're underway. Odion in the inside, Beatty in the outside. They're still side by side coming out of turn 4. Odion slips up there, loses a little bit of ground. Now it's Beatty to the lead. Now it's James Hogan in second. Muldoon down to third. Chris Andrews trying to battle on the outside of Matt Jones. It looks like that outside is the preferred line. They're still side by side. Matt Jones does not want to give up that position. As you see the 50, he had to check up, lost that spot. That outside is definitely the preferred line right now. So you want to get into that higher groove. If not, you might start losing quite a few positions. As Gunny McGuire is on pit road. Not sure what happened to him. Let's see if we can take a look here. Did he make contact with someone? And he did as they checked up. Not sure who that was ahead of him. That was the 13 and the 23 checked up. It gave Gunny some damage. He had to go on to pit road as we have a battle for the lead now. It's James Hogan and Joe Beatty. And Odion Muldoon has caught up. So Gunny is causing some problems right now for a few drivers. As now Muldoon moves up to second. Ace Howard in seventh. He's up 3 positions. Stephen Waters on the move in the top 10. Up 5 spots. There's David Leathers holding on to 10th there. As we go a little further back through the field, there's Morales in 14th. Dunn is there, last week's winner. He is holding on to that 13th position. Javier Vasquez there in the outside in 14th. There's Chris Harvey in 19th, up 3 positions. Chris Webber is there in 18th, up 6 positions. He is your biggest mover right now. Lola Mack currently in 21st. She's trying to get moving here. There's Tazzy Blackwell in 26. Gunny is at the tail end of the field. He is 3 laps down. As we go back to your leader, Joe Beatty in the lead. And Odion is not too far behind there in second. We still got a ways to go. What drivers are going to be able to manage their tires the best? There's Chris Lee. This is a battle for, I think it's 8th. Got Eric Belmont there in the inside. Matt Jones is there. But that higher groove has just been a little faster than that inside. Seems like that inside line is just causing a little bit of problems. It might get better as the track gets rubbered in. We'll see. There's Elvira Lee in 8th. Almost trying to split them both. That was going to be probably a bad decision. I don't want to make a mistake like that, especially being in the top 10. waters in the battle for ninth. As Eric Belmont continues to fall back. Finally gets in line. He's going to try to stay in that high side. Don't want to stay too low for too long. That's just the line that is just not working right now. There is Dougie Zoom in 12. Trunnion has moved. No, he is down 3 spots. Currently in 15th. There's Sebastian in 26. He had the problem last race, or he had some cut a tire, I think it was. But right now he is just struggling. We'll see if he can get it going. We still got 100 laps to go. Long way to go still in this one. But as you can see, there's your leader, Joe Beatty. He's going to start putting cars a lap down. How can he manage through this traffic here? He's got about a second lead over the 79 of Odeon. Dougie Zoom trying to pick up a spot here, trying to go into 11th, get by Eric Belmont, and he does. We have Javier Vasquez in the top 10, up 10 positions. Chris Webber, he's trying to get by the 13 of Ryu. Chris Webber is up 9 positions. So we're about 30 laps into this race, and now you're starting to see some cars are starting to struggle as tire wear is becoming a factor here. And there's Odeon. This is going to be a battle for the lead. Odeon is on the outside. We know that outside is much faster. Odeon takes the lead for the first time today. Maybe Joe Beatty is starting to slow down. Odeon's going to get by his teammate of Sebastian here, the 81. It's going to put him a lap down. Right now, if the caution comes out, Sebastian would be your lucky dog. But it's actually going to be Tazzy Blackwell now, because Odeon is going to fly right by her. So these drivers are going to have to contend with this lap traffic now. James Hogan and the 23, they're battling here for 6. As we have all types of battles throughout the field. Eric Belmont and Dougie Zoom. This is 412. Odeon with about a second lead over Beatty. He is on the move, man. He's got some speed here. After we pass that about 30 lap mark, man, he has taken off. Got Chris Andrews here in 3rd. Then it's Ace Howard in 4th. Ace Howard having a great race in the top 5, up 6 spots. Chrisley as well. He is in 5th. Qualified 5th, and he is in 5th. But we have battles throughout the field. There's Summer Eagle in 17th, up 9 positions. So trying to make the most of it after not having the best qualifying run. Steven Waters, this is a battle for ninth as we have a battle for second. Joe Beatty's caught in the inside. He does not want to be there. He's going to lose a spot. Now it's Chris Andrews in second. And Beatty needs to get out of that line. He is stuck behind a slower car. Ace Howard is going to take advantage of that on the outside. And he goes right by the 89. As we check on your leader, about a 3.5 second lead Odion has over Andrews. That's right on board the 79. He's pretty much having a flawless race right now. As we're getting close to the halfway point of this race. Joe Beatty back to second. Gets by Chris Andrews. He's gonna try to get by Rivera here in the inside. Chris Lee in fifth. Right now, Sebastian is in 24th, but he is the next car. He's the first car that's a lap down. So if that caution were to come out right now, he would be your lucky dog. And he would love to see a caution right now. That's Freddie Trammell. He's about to go a lap down, so he would be your lucky dog. And he gets by the 56, so now Freddie Trammell would get the lucky dog if the caution were to come out. I'm sure a bunch of drivers would love to see a caution come out for the field to get reset. Right now, Odion is running away about 3 seconds. Odion last week finished in 9th. There's Chris Andrews there in 3rd. Chris Lee picked up a spot. Chris Lee is on the move. He's just gonna go right by the two of Andrews like nothing. He just got right by him. Chris Andrews is definitely slowing down. David Leathers in 7th. We're about the halfway point in this race. There's Matt Jones. He makes contact with the 23. Wow, he saves that. Almost hit the wall. I don't know how he didn't hit the wall. Let's take a quick look at that. Makes contact and just saves it. That's some great driving by the 50. That could have been disastrous for him. There's Chris Waters in the top 10, currently in 9th. Make that 8th, up 6 positions as he gets by Matt Jones. Dougie Zoom in the top 10, currently in 10th. Matt Jones needs to do something to get out of that low groove because he is having no success there. There's the 23, Alvera. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Lola Mack in 16th. There's Ryu moving up to 12. As Javier Vasquez is in the inside as we check on your leader, Odion. He's got about a 2.5 second lead on the 89. As he put Chris Harvey a lap down. So now Chris Harvey is your lucky dog for right now. Dougie Zoom gets by the 77 of Waters, up to 8th. Now we're about 70 laps on these tires. So you're starting to see some cars really struggle right now. Look at Eric Belmont, down 10, make that 11 positions in 19th. So this is the part that teams are going to have to figure out. How can they maximize their long run speed? And some cars just might not be good at a certain distance. Some cars will be a little faster in the shorter tracks. And some cars will be a little faster in the bigger tracks. Just trying to find that balance, which is extremely difficult to do. And Odion is losing ground to Beatty. A little under 2 seconds here. We had about a 3-second lead, but look at all that traffic in front of Odion. He's gonna have to try to figure this out. As Chris Harvey, he got his lap back, so he's back on the lead lap. Odion is on that inside groove, and it's just not where you want to be. All these cars are getting their lap back right now. Odion's not careful, he's going to lose the lead because Beatty is not too far behind. Make that Chris Lee. Chris Lee gets by Beatty. And there he is on the outside of the 79. Can he get by Odion? He's sitting good. He's on that high groove where he wants to be. Not much that the 79 can do right now. He's got so much traffic ahead of him. Where is he going to go? Now it's Chris Lee in the lead for the first time today, but only for about a half lap. I'm not sure if he's going to get bonus points or not right there. As we have 44 laps to go. Now it's Chris Andrews in 3rd. And Beatty's down to 4th. You still have Ace Howard there in 5th. He's all by himself. No traffic near him. But right now, it's Chris Lee in the lead by about a half second. Odion is trying to get to that higher groove, but he just cannot. Freddie Tremo's there. See if we can see some damage. Yes, the 23 does have damage to that left fender. As you can see, that left fender is pushed in. That must have happened when she made contact with, I think that was the 50 of Matt Jones. The 23 got the worst of it. As we go back to your leader, Chris Lee is in the lead. Odion still holding on to second. Finally gets out of that low groove. We'll see if he can make up some ground here. There's still plenty of time to go. 37 laps here. Odion moves up. Trunyan moves up to 11th. Can Chris Lee hold on to this lead? 3 seconds. He definitely don't want to see a caution come out. He definitely does not want to see that at this part of the race. There's Chris Andrews in second as he gets a little loose coming out of turn 4. That 23 is definitely hurting right now. Currently in 23rd. As Morales picking up a spot up to 12. Trunyan battling the 50 of Jones. This is for 8th. As the laps are winding down here at Southern National. And it's Chris Lee into the lead, looking to get the first win for Northern Lights Racing this season. Right behind him is Chris Harvey. Chris Harvey's a lap down. But now Chris Lee is in this low groove. This is not where you want to be. The same thing happened to the 79. But it looks like he's going to be okay. There's not as much traffic ahead of Lee. There's Ryu and Waters. This is a battle for 6. Now Chris Lee's lead has shrunk down to about 2 seconds. He just needs to hold on for another about 25 laps. Now it's Ace Howard in second, up 8 positions. How this ends, Ace Howard's going to have a great run, and Trunyan continues to make some gains here, up to 7th. He is having a great run here towards the end of this race. And now the lead is down to a 1.5 seconds for Chris Lee. Howard has to deal with this traffic though. He's gonna have to figure something out. He cannot waste no time. He's gonna have to get through this traffic as fast as possible to have a shot here at Chris Lee. But how worn are Chris Lee's tires right now? We're 105 laps in. As we got Odian there in 4th, and Joe Beatty is in 5th. Chris Andrews there sitting in 3rd. And now the lead is under a second with 19 to go. Ace Howard is closing the gap in pretty quick, but he still's going to have to get by Chris Webber and Freddie Trammell. It's not going to be easy here. Right ahead of Chris Lee is the 7 of Javier Vasquez. He's trying not to go a lap down. Can Chris Lee hold on? As we have 15 laps to go. Howard really is not making moves, trying to get by this traffic. The lead is under a second, but time is running out for the 089. 13 laps to go. Now there's a little bit more traffic in front of the 51. He's got Sebastian ahead of him that he's going to have to deal with, and then Mike Mello as well. Doesn't want to make a mistake here and lose the lead here at the end. Plus, he needs to be careful. He doesn't want to make a mistake and make contact with someone. That would just completely ruin his race. As Lee gets by Sebastian here with 8 laps to go. Howard still in 2nd. Andrews in 3rd. That you see in the distance to 79 of Odian and Joel Beatty. That is your top 5. As Chris Lee comes out of turn 4, 6 to go. About a 1.5 second lead over the 89. As long as Lee doesn't make a mistake here, this race will be his. As he's going to get by the 127, puts him a lap down. We got 17 cars on the lead lap. No cautions today. We've had a few incidents. Chris Lee's gonna try to split both of these cars. That was close. I know he wants to get by these cars so Howard doesn't get close, but you don't want to be overly aggressive here with only 3 to go. As the popsicle sticks are in the air, 2 laps to go here at Southern National. As he goes around turn 3 and 4, white flag is out. Last lap here at Southern National. As Chris Lee continues to put cars a lap down. Goes around turn 3 and 4. Chris Lee wins at Southern National in race 2 of the season. In second, Ace Howard. Third, Chris Andrews. Fourth, Odeon. Fifth, Joel Beatty. Sixth, David Leathers. Matt Jones in seventh. Eighth is Trunnion. Ninth, James Hogan. And Ryu rounds out your top 10. Heck of a run by the 51. He puts Northern Lights in victory lane for the first time this season. But up next, we'll have the super late models at Nashville Fairgrounds. That should be a fun one for sure. A lot of speed at that track. But like always, thank you for supporting the stream and the league. I will see you guys next time.